side of the Range Rover should be very familiar, yet quite different from what you're used to seeing. As with the big body that we saw earlier, simplicity is the name of the game when it comes to the entire vehicle, especially when looking at the side. You'll notice here we do not have the traditional weather stripping, something that Range Rover did. And then on the bottom, different from the big body Rover, you will have paint running all the way down the side of the vehicle, offering a much more sporty look. On the inside, technology remains king. So on the inside, you will have a 13.1-inch multifunction display along with a fully configurable digital driver display. So let's hop on in and take a look at that. As within the inside of the big body Rover, some things will look very familiar. A wonderful floating display here to kind of help with the simplicity and the overall elegance of the brand new design language. The vents here along the top seamlessly integrated into this upper trim. Some very nice texture along the top, and wonderful texture, of course, on the brand new design for the steering wheel. As we saw in the big body Rover, these are configurable buttons. So as you move through them, they will change and mimic whatever options that you have on the screen in front of you. Textures are kind of the name of the game for the Range Rover Sport. You have some wonderful, nice black here, and some dark tinted chrome, leather here, some nice other textures here. And then here on the gear selector, some very nice kind of nutterbuck fabric. And then on the doors, I'll get a shot of this in a second. The doors have this wonderful texture used as a couple of things. Number one, a speaker cover, so a lot more seamless design there on the doors. And it's also used, once again, for sound deadening material. The inside of this Range Rover, the new Range Rover Sport, should be the quietest that you've ever experienced. So very nice thing to see there. Speaking of quietest, in the headrest, you will have active noise cancellation if you get the Meridian signature sound system. So you'll have 29 speakers within the vehicle, and specifically these two speakers in your headrest will be working on the quiet zone. So everything around the driver should be nice and quiet unless you signify that you want it louder. The inside of this screen, you are hosting Amazon Alexa. So you do have intuitive voice cockpit that will allow commands within that touchscreen, and it's seamlessly integrated into this brand new software. So very nice to see there. But Range Rover always does a very nice job of their center section being nice and decorative, but yet simple and easy to use. So a couple of highlights in the back, and then we'll go to the way back, the trunk area. As with every Range Rover model, the back seat is also a very, very comfortable place to be. Same textures as you have in the front. You actually get more of a highlight for the multicolor ambient lighting that you'll have under the front dash and around the door cards. So a very nice place to be, very comfortable, of course. You can kind of sit back, relax. The driver position was a little bit far back for me. I'm 6'1", so a little bit tight here right now, but simply because that driving position was very relaxed, just because we had to, of course, get the shots correct. So a very nice place to be overall. Some nice suede headliner, and again, textures and the way, the fit and finish, the way that they put all these things together really is quite nice, even for the occupants in the back. A couple things I do want to talk about as far as technology that went into the new Range Rover Sport. You have nearly 3 feet of weighting capability, so still a very, very capable off-roader. It is 1 inch taller and 2.5 inches longer than the previous generation, and the wheelbase is actually 3 inches longer. I, of course, asked what that meant for approach, departure, and breakover. They said that it is just as capable, if not more capable, in those areas specifically than the previous generation. You'll have dynamic anti-roll bar systems. You'll have new suspension, both front and the back, for more dynamic off-roading and more dynamic street driving. And then, of course, the all-wheel steer that'll actually give it the turning radius of a Mini Cooper, said right from Range Rover's mouth. So very, very capable car overall, and a lot of new technology. This is also a smart enabled car, which means that the 36 systems that this Range Rover uses to make sure that you are comfortable and ready for anything will all be connected to the internet. So you're simply driving around, you'll get an update and not even know it, and that makes sure that your Range Rover is always on the top of its game. The rear of the Range Rover, of course, all brand new for this model year, and I feel like I'm saying this word a lot, and I promise they didn't tell me to say it this much, but simplicity really is a wonderful thing on the new Range Rover. So you have some black badging here. That is because this one is equipped with the black optics package, and some nice tail light design, once again smoothly wrapped all the way around the vehicle. Some nice illuminated lateral gills here on the back. Sport and Land Rover will be the only badges that you'll see on the rear of this car. Moving down to open the vehicle up. Nice large hatch with a hidden windscreen wiper, of course, something that Range Rover pioneered a while back. But a lot of room here. Again, 6'1", a lot of room and even more capability because that does go up a little bit higher for taller individuals to get in, load in comfortably, and then be on their way. In the back, of course, you do have a privacy cover as standard with most crossover SUVs and sporty SUVs. You do have power seats that will fold down. Again, similar setup for the big body Rovers. And then underneath, a little bit of storage here, unless you get a full-size spare tire, at which point you'll have a tire down here, but that does not change your capacity within the back. Some power in the back as well, and LED lighting, so a very nice place to store anything that you might need, and a very capable car for road trips. Get it back closed again, and look at that. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this brief overview of the brand new Range Rover Sport. Be sure to reach out and let us know if you have any questions about the new model or if you'd like to sign up for our wait list. Thank you very much.